Hello everyone, welcome back to the map of mathematics. In this video we are going to solve an important math Olympiad problem which is related to the topic of geometry. So here we have an quadrilateral. So here uh, we will find the value of its length AB. All its sides, all the length of its sides are given, and we will find the length of the side AB. Okay, so the very first step we are going to do is here we just draw a so here we draw a line perpendicular to the line BC, and we named it as the point E. Here we will see that the line DE is parallel to the line AB. So here we will find the value of x, or we will find the length of AB. So these two length of AB length and DE length are parallel. So here we will find, first we will find this length, and what is the length of DE? This is over the length of AB because these two are parallel. Okay, so here the one thing all of you is remember, if here the length of BC is 22. Okay, you just see that the length of BC, this length is 22, and first we will find the length of this part. Okay, so you know that the length of BE is parallel to the length of AD. So the length of AD is 12. So we can see that or we can say that the length of BE part is also 12. Okay, and the total length BC is 22 and the length of BE is 12. So if we will subtract the length of BC from the length of BE, then we will obtain the length of EC. Okay, so the length of BC is 22 and the length of BE is 12. When we take subtraction of 22 minus 12, then we will obtain the length 10, and we named it as the length is 10. Okay, this is the length of EC is 10. And here, because we draw a perpendicular line, so it will make the angle 90 of this one. So here this is becomes a right triangle CE and D, and here is some unknown angle. So here we know that the side opposite to the right angle, he says that its hypothesis, it says that hypotenuse. So here the length of DC, or the side DC, is known as hypotenuse, and this is our base, or we remember it by B, and this is our perpendicular. Okay, so here we will just find first find perpendicular, and the value of perpendicular and our required value x are same. So here we will apply Pythagoras theorem, and you know that what is the Pythagoras theorem? In Pythagoras theorem we know that hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square, and in triangle EC and D, the value of hypotenuse is 12 square, and the value of base is 10 square, and perpendicular we will find the value perpendicular. So the square of 12 is become 144, and the square of 10 is 100, plus p square, which is perpendicular square. So here we will find p square is equal to 144 minus 100, and it will becomes 44. So after taking square root on both sides, we will find p is equal to 44 square root. Here we will obtain plus minus 44 square root 2, and we just neglect the negative term here because p is the length of the side of triangle, and we know that the length is always positive, so we cannot take length as negative. So here we neglect just negative term, and we will just proceed here positive term. Okay, so the value of perpendicular is 44 square root. So we can see, we can write it here. This is the value of perpendicular, which is 44. So here, because this line DE is parallel to AB, so we can say that the value of x is also 44 square root, and this is the our required answer, and this is the our required length of AB, and the value of x is becomes 44 square root. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like my channel. Thank you so much.